Welcome to another edition of the Sports Block, as we're here today for a top 10 matchup between your Middle Creek Mustangs and the visiting Heritage Huskies. I'm your host for tonight, Adam Ireland, and I think we're going to be in store for a good game tonight, as both teams definitely have high-powered offenses, but definitely have some defenses that both have good defense, as Middle Creek now is coming out of the tunnel and going through the always really excited Creek Crazies. So as they all run out to the little banner, they run through all the games, read by manager Chris and then Dre Jones. So yeah, I think some keys to this game, as I think honestly the biggest key to this game is how Middle Creek secondary performs. Yes, Rocky Mountain didn't throw the ball a ton last week, but when they did, the secondary got beat a considerable amount, and they can't afford to do that tonight with Heritage starting quarterback Gunnar Holmberg, who is a Duke commit. So he's not going to miss those wide open throws, as no offense to the quarterback last week, but there's a reason why Hunter Goldberg is committed to Duke. There's a reason why he's an ACC quarterback, because he makes those throws. He makes the good throws. He makes the throws he needs to, which is part of the reason why Heritage is number 2 in both the High School OT and News and Observer rankings, as Middle Creek is 8 in News and Observer and 7 in High School OT. So yeah, I think big key for Heritage, if they're going to win, they need to take advantage of what was a shaky Middle Creek secondary last week. And I think from Middle Creek, they need to get pressure on get through the Heritage offensive line and get pressure on Hunter Goldberg, and then stop NC State commit Ricky Pearson Jr., who is the main running back for the Huskies, but also use Drake Thomas, a junior running back who mainly plays linebacker, who is also going to be a D1 commit and has offers from the likes of Michigan, West Virginia, Maryland, and all the Triangle schools, Duke, UNC, and NC State. So I think the D-line needs to get pressure on them, and that will be led by junior Joey Maya, who had 17 total tackles last week, including 3 sacks. So yeah, he's gonna lead the charge along with junior Michael Brady, and also pressure needs to come from the linebacking core, led by senior Connor Chayunsky, who had 12 tackles last week, as Heritage now just comes out of their banner they ran through. So yeah, I think it should be a good game. I think keys for Middle Creek, they just need to keep Ely on balance, because last week the offensive line was a little shaky, not as shaky as the secondary, but Ely had 3 picks last week, including 2 in the end zone and 1 pick six, and I think part of the reason that happened was because the offensive line didn't give him time. But Ely has the arm to make all the throws, as he had over 300 yards passing last week, and he also has the ability to make things happen with his legs, as he has 72 rushing yards last week, including 2 touchdowns, as Middle Creek comes out of their banner. So now under a minute and a half to go till we kick this game underway, as the captains have met at midfield. So yeah, and I think one of the hard things for the Heritage defense this week is going to be who's going to be Ely's main target, because last week he spread the ball around, as Brandon Wilson had 4 receptions for 114 yards and 1 touchdown, but Rasheed Martin had 97 and 1 touchdown, while Jordan Mitchell, also called JoJo Mitchell, had 80 yards. So Brandon Wilson kind of had the most, but nobody really stood out as the bona fide number 1, as Heritage will receive the ball first, as number 22, Whit Kane, and number 11, Delvin Grant, are back to receive the kick from number 13, Hunter Holmes, from Middle Creek. And junior. So, get us on the way. So, Heritage will get the ball first, which means Middle Creek will get it first out of halftime as we are under 10 seconds to go till kickoff. Folks, you might want to buckle up because this might end up being a shootout. And I honestly would not be surprised if this became a shootout, as I am thinking there's a good chance that it will become a shootout tonight, which means a lot of points scored. As Hunter Holmes is ready to kick this off. And he's given the all clear from the ref, so. And we are off. As Joe Kane receives the opening kickoff. As he has a hole, and he is taken down right at the 29-yard line. So Heritage is going to have good starting field position, just shy of the 30-yard line. Correction, that was taken by Whit Kane for Heritage. So we will now get to see our first look tonight at Hunter Goldberg and Ricky Pearson, two ACC commits, as I mentioned earlier in this broadcast. So that's pretty good for Heritage that their backfield is made up of ACC commits. As Goldberg has two receivers to his right, one to his left. He takes back and hands off to Pearson on the first play, and he breaks one tackle and he gets about a 5-yard gain to the 35-yard line. So Heritage is going to have about a 2nd and 5 coming up from the. It looks like he's in about 2nd and 4 coming up from their own 36-yard line. As Hunter Goldberg went to the sideline to get the play. As Delvin Grant, now the senior, trots off.
2nd and 5.
One receiver to his right. Receiver motions in action. Now he's on to his left. Another handoff to Pearson. Pearson finds a big hole and gets the first down after about a 10-yard gain. So he's going to be down at the Heritage 49-yard line. So Heritage is going to have a 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still have not seen Goldberg drop back to pass tonight. I'm assuming that will change very soon, as I'm sure they're going to want to test this secondary, as Delvin Grant out to Goldberg's right. Number 81, Christian Sardisny, motions. Goldberg steps back. He fires, and he has his man. Oh, and he had his man wide open. Delvin Grant had his man wide open. Had Tyrone Belcher beat, but the throw was just underthrown. Did not have enough on it to get to Grant. So that's coming up a 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line of Heritage. So like I mentioned earlier, secondary from Middle Creek is going to be a big key. The secondary needs to play good if Middle Creek's going to win this game, as Charnowski, Holt, and you can see the other number of split out to his right and his receiver to his left. He fires, and it's not good coverage there by good coverage there by Connor Chinsky, the senior linebacker, one of the leaders on the defense, him and Joey Maya. So that's coming up a 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line for Heritage. So good job there on Middle Creek of playing good coverage. It had solid coverage there. So Heritage, Goldberg free receiver split out to his right, one to his left. Pearson in motion to his right. He steps back. He steps up to run, and he's going. And he's going to be. Looks like he's gonna dive for the first down. He's gonna get it by looks like about a yard. So, and the ref signaling for a first down. So, good job there by Goldberg of scrambling on 3rd down when he had nothing there. There to pick up the first down for Heritage. I think it's also going to be key tonight. Which quarterback, when the pocket breaks down, can do a better job of escaping. As he has 3 receivers to his right, one to his left, Pearson to his left. Hands off to Pearson. Pearson has a hole. Oh, and he's stuffed right there. He's stuffed there by looks like Michael Brady. No, correction. Connor Chansky. So that's going to be a 3-yard pickup to the Middle Creek 43-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 from Middle Creek's 43-yard line. Heritage needs to get to Middle Creek's 36-yard line to get a first down. As he hands off to Pearson again. Oh, Pearson's almost stuffed, but he spins out of a tackle by Joey Maya, and is taken down after a looks like a 2-yard gain. So that's going to bring up about 3rd and 5 from about 3rd and 4 from the Middle Creek 42-yard line. As number 82 for Heritage, Ryan Moore, splits out to his left along with a slot receiver, and one to his left, Pearson to his left. Goldberg steps back, looks, fires, and he has Moore wide open for a looks like about a 10-yard gain to the Middle Creek 34-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for Heritage. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 34-yard line with 8 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Still tied at 0. Heritage, good opening drive here, burning a good chunk of clock off. And thus far, it's Heritage, two receivers at Goldenberg's right. Two to his left, one to his right. Pearson to his left. High snap, hands off to Pearson. Pearson is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage by held there by Joey Maya, and then gain tackled by the rest of the Middle Creek D-line. Good job there by Joey Maya of getting in and stopping him before he could get going. So this is going to be a loss of 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13 from the Middle Creek 37-yard line. So as we have 3 receivers to Goldberg's right, 3 to his left, 1 to his right, Pearson to his left. Steps back to pass, looks, fires, and it has Sarnowski wide open. So that's gonna bring up about a 3rd and looks like 1 from the Middle Creek 26-yard line. So that's gonna from the 26-yard line. No, it looks like about 3rd and 2 from the Middle Creek 26-yard line. They need to get to the Middle Creek 24 for a first down. For Middle Creek for Heritage to get a first down. Grant, fake handoff, and he fake handoff to Pearson, and Goldberg rolls out to his right and gets it to number 13, to number 43, Nick Fields, the junior running back. So that's going to be a pickup of that's going to be enough for the first down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 21 from the Middle Creek 21-yard line. Two receivers to both Goldberg's right and left. Pearson to his right. Middle Creek playing with 1 deep safety. Pearson options, moves out to his right, and he is taken. He breaks out of a tackle. He breaks out of a tackle by number 1, Rasheed Martin, and he get in, but Pearson is brought down right at looks like the Middle Creek 3-yard line. So this is going to bring up 1st and goal for Heritage from the Middle Creek 3-yard line. It's going to be, let's see what Heritage does here, as been successful so far in whatever they've done. So let's see what Heritage does here. Does hand off to Pearson, and he is nope, he gets in for a touchdown. So that's going to be the first touchdown of the night. And that's going to make the score 6-0 Heritage, pending the extra point. As looks like number 34, Ben Steele, the sophomore kicker, is going to come on to attempt the extra point. As now all of the Heritage line comes up. Whit Kane is the holder for Heritage. He's going to be the holder for Heritage here. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 7-0 Heritage with 6:27 left in the first quarter. So good opening drive there on Heritage. They took a good chunk of the clock off, just under 6 minutes off the clock. So Middle Creek's going to get the ball with about 6:27 to go in the first quarter, down by 7. So we're about to see our first look of them at the Middle Creek offense tonight. On that drive, I feel like the secondary looked a lot better than they did last week to me, but they just couldn't. Their problem on that drive was they couldn't defend the short pass, which is what Heritage did all its damage with. They didn't really have any deep pass. They just kind of short the medium range passes Middle Creek could not defend. So I think Coach Harris will try to get on his players about that and fix this. Well, the Middle Creek offense comes out and tries to score as Rasheed Martin, Brandon Wilson, and Tyron Belcher all back to receive the kick for Middle Creek. Back to receive the kick from Middle Creek, so Middle Creek needs to not get down big in this game. As Steele looks ready to kick it off. I'd be careful here for an onside kick. And he kicks it away, and this is going to be into the end zone for a touchback. So good kickoff there by Heritage. So Middle Creek's going to start at its own 20-yard line. It's going to start at its own 20-yard line, so it's going to have a 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line. And to start its first offensive drive of the night. So we'll get to see our first look of quarterback Andrew Ely and the rest of the Middle Creek offense, as he has 2 receivers to both his right and left, and running back Dre Jones to his right. Hand off to Jones, and Jones is stuffed after is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be that's not going to be any gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Middle Creek 20 with 6:15 to go in the first quarter.
No gain on the play,
Here. See what? Same formation. Jones option to your right. Ely scrambles. Gets it over the Harrison Ryder, who's tackled out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain. So good job there by Ely of scrambling when pressure got into his face and finding an open receiver to get positive yardage out of that play. So that's going to bring up that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the Middle Creek 26-yard line. Middle Creek 26-yard line as Ely tells us to make sure his offensive line knows what the protection is. Heritage shows blitz, led by Drake Thomas. Heritage backs off a little bit. Ely looks to the sideline. Ely signaling from the snap and gets a quick out pass to Jordan Mitchell, who is tackled after about a 1-yard gain. So that's going to bring up after about a 2-yard gain. So that's going to bring up about 4th and 3 from Middle Creek from its. Oh, correction. It's going to be a 1st down for Middle Creek. So good job there by Jordan Mitchell of picking up the 4 yards. So that's going to bring up 1st down from the Middle Creek 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 30-yard line. Ely wants to go fast here. Hands off to Jones. And Jones is run straight into the pile, and he is tackled after about a 3-yard gain. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the Middle Creek 34-yard line. So we'll see what Middle Creek does here as they haven't really been able to get Heritage into any big plays yet. As Jones is optioned in. Quick screen pass to Jordan Mitchell, who splits it, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. So that's going to be about a 7-yard pickup. Good job there on Ely going quick with the screen pass. Signature of Middle Creek's playbook the last 2 years, as they like to go with the quick screen passes. And I respect that won't be the last time we see that tonight. As Ely looks, he has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. And Heritage looks like they jump, and Heritage jumps off sides. Number 44, Joe Kane, the senior defensive end, jumps off sides, who was also a Virginia Tech commit who had 3 tackles and a sack last week. That's you're not gonna see that much from him. So so we have a quick second. Heritage's defense is going to be led by senior Joe Kane, who I just mentioned is committed to Virginia Tech, and Drake Thomas, who has offers, as I mentioned earlier, from Michigan and West Virginia, Maryland, and all the big triangle schools. As Ely drops back, pressure, offensive line can't protect him. Oh, and he dives under a tackle. He's scrambling open. He takes off, and he whips past the tackle, and he's going to get all the way to the Heritage. He's going to get all the way to the Heritage 42-yard line. Great job there by Ely of scrambling for a first down after the offensive line, after the protection collapsed, and especially with that dive under one of the tackles, and still stays up. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Heritage 41-yard line. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Steps back, fires, and he's going to be sacked back. He's going to be sacked back in the Middle Creek 45-yard line by Joe Kane, who was the one that just jumped off sides. So that's going to be a loss of about 15 yards. So that's going to bring up 2nd and very long from Middle Creek from their own 46-yard line. So 2nd and 20 from the 46-yard line. So that was a 10-yard loss on the play. As Middle Creek looks to be no rush here. 3 receivers to his right, to his left, 2 to his left, right, 3 to his left. Rasheed Martin motions. Quick pass to Jordan Mitchell, who splits the screen, and it still stays up, and he's tackled right at back. Right, he's going to be tackled after a 10-yard gain and tackled right at the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the Heritage 42-yard line. So let's see what Middle Creek does here on 3rd and 10. Big moment from we're going to have a flag. We're going to have an illegal man downfield on Middle Creek, and head coach Randy Galagran is very unhappy about that. So that's going to negate the play and back Middle Creek up, I believe, 10 yards. Back Middle Creek up 10 yards. So that's going to bring up about a 3rd. It's going to bring up either, looks like 3rd and 30 from the, correction, it's only going to be a 5-yard penalty. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 25 from the Middle Creek 41-yard line. So very long 2nd down here from Middle Creek. As Ely has 2 receivers on both sides. Dre Jones to his left. Hand off to Jones. Jones breaks a couple of tackles and is tackled right at the 48-yard line of Middle Creek. So that's going to bring up about a 3rd and probably 15-ish from Middle Creek. Middle Creek here with 2 minutes left in the first opening quarter of this game. As Ely calls out the play, Middle Creek appears to be in no rush here. Snap. Ely drops back. Quick pass, and he finds Jordan Mitchell deep down the sideline for a big gain, but it looks like he's going to be short of the first down. So that's going to bring up 4th and it's going to bring about 4th and 4 from the Middle Creek, from the Heritage 37-yard line. It looks like Middle Creek's going to go for it here. 4th and 5 from the Heritage 37-yard line. It looks like Middle Creek's going to go here, try to get Heritage to jump off sides again. As he steps back, his pass is deflected and intercepted by number 1 Joseph Balantipili, the senior defensive end. So that's going to be a turnover by Middle Creek, which is not going to help their case. So it's going to be on the defense here to keep this as a 1-score game and try to limit Heritage and try to keep Heritage from scoring with a minute 38 left in the first quarter. So we're going to get our second look tonight of the Heritage offense, which looked pretty good on its first drive, as Middle Creek did a good job of defending the run and defending the deep pass, but had a hard time defending the medium range passes. As Goldberg steps back, and he fires, And it's knocked away by Rashid Martin. Who's now doing push-ups on the field as he should have had that, as he feels he should have had the interception. So he drops down and does push-ups on the field, and Coach Harris is kind of livid on the sideline. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Heritage 43-yard line with 1:33 to go in this opening quarter. Handoff to Pearson, who has a big hole and breaks multiple tackles and is brought down at the Middle Creek 38-yard line. So that's going to be well enough for a first down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 38-yard line. From the Middle Creek 38-yard line. We'll see what Middle Creek does here, as they should have had an interception and the Heritage broke a big run. So we'll see if Middle Creek defense can respond with a big play of its own. As Gomer says, right, hands off to Pearson again, and Pearson is just stuffed right at the line of scrimmage and is able to push the pile for about a yard. So this is going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the Middle Creek 42-yard from the Middle Creek 38-yard line, as we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. So that's going to bring. So it looks like the rest spot did not give him a yard. So that's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Middle Creek 38-yard line. The Middle Creek 38-yard line. As Goldberg has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Pearson to his left. Goldberg steps back, fires, and has more for who picks up enough for the first down. So that's going to bring up a first down, and that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 26-yard line. As Goldberg gets to play. Oh, interesting here. Goldberg's at the front of the huddle. It almost looked like they were going to go Wildcat for a second. The Heritage is just going to let the first quarter run out. So at the end of the first quarter, Middle Creek leads 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block.
The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club would like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Ruckus Pizza, located in Cary's Tryon Woods Shopping Center. Join us for great food and good times. Pizza, pasta, and sushi. Our promise to you is great food, always with a side of good times. Check out what all the Ruckus is about and visit them online at ruckuspizza.com. Tonight, if you text Ruckus to 31996, you get a chance to win one of 2 $50 gift certificates, and every text wins a free 10-inch pizza. The Performance Academy, another proud Mustang supporter, is located in Apex and home of the former Middle Creek athletic trainer, Bill Burniston. If you're interested in improving your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, or strength, let the Performance Academy help you reach your potential. The Performance Academy. Work hard, be great. Signature Family Dentistry, located in Holly Springs, is a comprehensive dental practice that offers a family-friendly office and a variety of services. Cosmetic procedures or general dentistry, we can't wait to help you. Dr. Jennifer Bell and Dr. Angelina Franklin look forward to meeting your family. James River Equipment is your full-service John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. Our factory-trained technicians and parts personnel are ready to help you with all your John Deere equipment needs. We have convenient locations throughout North Carolina and Virginia. James River Equipment proudly supports your Middle Creek Mustangs.
And welcome back to the Sports Block, as we're back for the start of the second quarter of Middle Creek leading 7-0, and Heritage just had a quick pass, had a quick rollout pass from Goldberg, who rolled out to his right to number 10, Braden Holt, for a just shy of a first down. So he picks up 9 on that play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 from the Middle Creek 17-yard line. As Middle Creek is trying to keep this a one-score game. Trying to keep this a one-score game. Goldberg hands off to Pearson, who is just stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be short. It looks like he's going to be short of the first down. So that's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the 3rd and 1 from the Middle Creek 17-yard line. So big moment right here for Middle Creek. Can they get a stop on 3rd down and get the 4th down, or is Heritage going to convert here? As number 11, Delvin Grant rolls out to Goldberg's left, and Moore's out to his right. And we're going to have a flag here. We're going to have a looks like a we're going to have a neutral zone infraction on Heritage. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. We have an offsides on the neutral zone infraction by the by Heritage. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the Middle Creek 22-yard line, which is better for Middle Creek, because that means Heritage has to go 6 yards instead of 1 yard to get a first down. But here now Heritage can really open up his playbook here. As Goldberg steps back, and he fires, and he has his man wide open. He has his Delvin Grant wide open down the right sideline for a touchdown. So that's going to make the score 13-0 Heritage with 10:22 left in the second quarter, pending the extra point. So Heritage Ben Steele comes out for the attempt the extra point as Heritage looks to make it 14-0. Yeah, Delvin Grant was just wide open down the sideline. That was about as easy as a throw as Grant's going to have. As Goldberg's going to have. As the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 14-0 Heritage with 10:22 left in the second quarter. So this is danger zone for Middle Creek here, down by 2 scores, and need to get a score here because they do not want to give the ball back to Heritage, which has seemed to had no problem moving the ball against Middle Creek's defense, because you do not want to go down 3 scores. You don't really want to go down 2 scores, but especially not 3. And that's going to make it hard to come back, especially with how long Heritage has been keeping the ball. So, last time Middle Creek's offense was out here, they on 4th down, Ely had a pass batted up at the line of scrimmage that was intercepted by Joseph Balipelli for Heritage, a senior defensive end. So, yeah, that's the definition of a tip drill, as when the ball just pops up, you want somebody to be able to go up and catch it. As Steele looks to kick this off, as Rasheed Martin and Brandon Wilson are back to receive the kick from Middle Creek. Middle Creek needs to be careful here of an onside kick. I know I said that last time, but the way Heritage is lined up, kind of all bunched together, they just need to be careful that Heritage doesn't try to slip it up, as Brandon Wilson and Rasheed Martin switch sides on the sides. And the kick is off, and it's going to be taken by Brandon Wilson. Yeah, looks like he has a hole. He has a hole, and he breaks through the tackle. He has one man. He's going to break through the tackle, and he's going to be pushed out of. He's going to be pushed out of, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. But it's going to be 15 more yards from Middle Creek as he was yanked down by the horse collar by number 17, Jadion Williams, the senior defensive back for Heritage. So Middle Creek is going to have amazing starting field position here for its second offensive drive. You could see that from a mile away. Correction, there's going to be a face mask. But it looks like they're only going to give him. It's only going to be a 5 yard. Only going to give him 5 yards, which is odd because I believe face mask is a personal foul, which is, I believe, 15 yards, but I'm not the ref here, so I'll stick to what the refs say. So Ely has a slot receiver to both sides and the receiver on the outside as Ely steps back, breaks through the pocket, breaks down. He scrambles, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at looks like the 7 yard line. So that's going to bring up first and goal from Middle Creek from the Heritage's 7 yard line. Great job there by Middle Creek. As they tricked up Heritage there with Tyron Belcher motioning, so that opened up a hole for Ely to scramble when the pocket broke down. As Ely takes the pass, quick pass to Sean Horton, who is going to be, and Sean Horton loses the ball, and it's going to be recovered by number 1, Joseph Balampelli for Heritage. Wow. And that's just unlucky there from Middle Creek. And that's going to be the second turnover for Middle Creek on their second drive, and that's not good for Middle Creek. So Heritage is going to get the ball at their own 9 yard line after Sean Horton fumbled. The Sean Horton, the junior wide receiver, fumbled and was recovered by, I believe, Joseph Balampelli for Heritage. He's also had an interception on the night, so he's having a pretty good night. And his defensive coordinator's got to be loving him right now. And I did not catch who forced the fumble there. So Heritage is going to get the ball back with 9:55 left in the first half or the second quarter. Second quarter as Goldberg looks to drop back here. As he motions Pearson to his right. Goldberg scrambles, is looking, scrambling, running, and he's gonna juke 2 defenders, and he's gonna get positive yardage on this. So he's gonna get about a 2 yard gain to their Heritage's own 11 yard line to bring up 2nd and 8 from their own 11 yard line with 9:30 left in the second quarter. As number 55 for Middle Creek, Will Olligood comes off along with Hunter Weinberg. Pressure, and Pearson has a big hole. And he makes his man miss. He makes Tyron Belcher miss, and he's still going. And he runs out of bounds at the Middle Creek 30. He runs out of bounds at the Middle Creek 36 yard line. So that's going to be a big run here for Heritage. And set them up in great field position after not great starting field position, but they did start with a turnover. So Heritage looking to make it a 3-score game here. With 9 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. And we're going to have and it looks like it's going to be, so obviously this is going to be a first down for Heritage. And I think, they're going to actually spot it at the Middle Creek 27 yard line. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Middle Creek 27. Fake handoff to Pearson. Goldberg scrambles to his right. There's a flag front. I think it's going to be holding as Holmberg is tackled out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Right at the line of scrimmage by Joey Maya. I think this is going to be holding on number 61 for Heritage, Cameron Mortensen. So that's going back Heritage up 10 yards. So they're going to go from Middle Creek's 27 to Middle Creek's 37. So they're going to have a 1st and 20 from Middle Creek's 37. No, they're going to spot it at the. They're going to spot it at the Middle Creek. They're going to start at Middle Creek 40, right between the Middle Creek 43 yard line and 44 yard line. I'm going to bring up 1st and 25. And Goldberg had a pass right to Devlin Grant, the man who caught the touchdown in the last pass, and he just drops it. He had it, and he just dropped it. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 25 from the from the Middle Creek 43-yard line. So we'll see what Middle Creek can do here. See if they can prevent a score. As Moore and Whit Kane split out to Goldberg's left. He has 2 receivers to his right, Pearson to his right. Goldberg steps back, looks, fires down the middle, and it's picked off. It's picked off by number 10, Darnell Jones. By number 12, Darnell Jones, who's still going. Oh, and he jukes the defender. Oh, and he makes another man miss. All the way down to the Heritage 16-yard line. Wow, great job there by Darnell Jones of just coming and getting in front of the receiver and making the interception. And there's going to be a flag at the end of the play. There's going to be a flag back at the, there's going to be 3 flags on the field. 1 back at the Middle Creek 47-yard line, 1 at the Heritage 46-yard line, and 1 at the Heritage 13-yard line. So it should be interesting to see who this is on here. So we're either going to have 2 or 3 penalties on this play. As the rest are sorting it out, as head coach Ragland goes out to get the explanation, get the call from the refs. So as the whole team seems to be huddling up, Middle Creek's whole team is huddling up on the sideline, but Heritage's defense is out there ready to go, thinking it's Middle Creek's ball. There's going to be a foul on Heritage. That one's going to be declined. Illegal block in the back on Middle Creek. And then there's going to be a silent warning on Heritage, I believe. So we're going to have a hold on Heritage. We're going to have a personal foul on the Mustangs. And so after all that, Middle Creek's... So we're going to have a... So we're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct and holding on Heritage, a illegal block in the back, and unsportsmanlike on Middle Creek. So this is going to... Should be interesting to see where this all... where the ball gets spotted. So it looks like they're going to spot it at the Heritage 42-yard line. So still good starting field position for Middle Creek. Not what they wanted, as Darnell Jones got it all the way down to the Heritage 16-yard line, but still, you got a turnover, and that's what you needed. After your offense turned it over 2 straight times, your defense comes up clutch and gets you a turnover. So let's see what we can do. And another player I forgot to mention earlier that Heritage needs to be aware of in the secondary for Middle Creek is junior Jake Caputo. As last week he had 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 sack, I believe 3 tackles, and an interception. So he was all over the place last week. So he is one of the players Heritage needs to pay attention to see where he's at. As it looks like we're going to have a conference of the refs at the ball. I think they're all double-checking to make sure they got the call right with 8:16 left in the second quarter. Heritage is leading 14-0. So this looks, so they all agree that's where they're going to spot it. As Middle Creek gets ready. Heritage playing with a one deep safety. With 1 back safety, 1 linebacker. As Ely fakes the handoff to Rashid Martin and just takes off, and he just rolls through the defenders and is finally taken down by number 21, Donovan Mudrow. And just as you see right there, as Ely just kind of bouldered through all those defenders, that's why WNCN had a story on him this week, as all the players call him the Moose. And you can see why there. With 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ely handoff to Rashid Martin on the jet sweep and Rashid Martin gets to, looks like, and Rashid Martin's going to get about 4 yards to the Heritage 21-yard line, about 5 yards to the Heritage 21-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Heritage 21-yard line. Middle Creek needs to take care of the ball here, as he got down to the red zone last time and turned the ball over on a fumble by Sean Horton. Hand off to Jones, and Jones is just taken down at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like there's a fumble on the play, and Heritage is indicating they have it. But we'll see what the refs called. It looks like refs are just we're gonna say that Jones was down on the play before the ball came out. So Middle Creek is going to keep it, but it looks like he's going to lose a yard. Well, no, it looks like they're gonna say he did not gain any yard. He did not gain a yard. So this is gonna bring up 3rd and 5 from the Middle Creek, from the Heritage 21. As number 51, Evan Dorsey comes on for Heritage. Ely's looking for the play, tries to fake snap, tries the hard count, and looks to the sideline to get the play. Heritage rushes, blitzes, and Ely is going to be taken down, is going to be sacked for a loss by number 7, Cairo Barnetti, and number 32, Drake Thomas. So that's going to bring up 4th and 9 from the Heritage. From the Heritage 25-yard line, and Middle Creek is going to take a timeout. So we're also going to take a quick break with Heritage leading 14-0. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the sports blog, as we're back after a quick Middle Creek timeout with Heritage leading 14-0. Middle Creek has a 4th and 9 from Heritage's 25-yard line, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't blame them. Big moment in this game. They need to score here with 6:18 left in the second quarter. Middle Creek trying to get a score. Ely steps back, looks, fires, and this is going to be overthrown, intended for, looks like, Jordan Mitchell. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, so Heritage is going to take over at its own 25-yard line, and as that pass was indeed intended for Jordan Mitchell. So Heritage is going to have a 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line with 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Middle Creek's first 3 offensive drives of the night have ended in interception, fumble, and turnover on downs, while Heritage's first 2 ended on touchdowns, and their last drive ended with an interception by Darnell Jones in the secondary from Middle Creek. As now Heritage's offense appears to be taking its time here. As looks like now Heritage trots onto the field. As looks like a coach is calling one of the refs over. He's calling the head ref over to talk about something he probably didn't like a call or asking about something. As Heritage lines up with 2 receivers to his as Goldberg lines up with Pearson to his left, 2 receivers to his left, a slot receiver to his right, and a receiver on the outside to his right. So most likely, I would say it's a passing situation, but they've handed it off on plays like this before. So as Goldberg steps back and he's pressured by number 57, Jamonte Richardson. Good job there by Jamonte Richardson of getting in there, getting pressure on Heritage's, getting pressure on the face of Goldberg. So that's bringing up 2nd and 10 from the Heritage 25-yard line for Heritage. as Heritage lines up in the same set they just did, but with Pearson on his right instead of his left. As Goldberg steps back, hands off to Pearson. No, he fake handoff, read option play here. As Goldberg is going to pick up about 5 yards to the Heritage 30-yard line. So that's going to bring up about 3rd and 5 from the Heritage 35-yard line, from the Heritage 30-yard line, with just under 6 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 6 from the Middle Creek 30-yard, from the Heritage 30-yard line, with just under 5:45 left in the first half. As Heritage lines up in the same formation again, exact same formation, but receivers in different spots. As Goldberg steps back, looks, fires, and this is going to be incomplete. Intended for. It was knocked down by Rasheed Martin, and it was intended for number 21. Looks like Donovan Mudwell, I believe, or that's believe who it was intended for. So Heritage is going to send on Devin Grant, the senior wide receiver / cornerback, to attempt to punt it off to Rasheed Martin. As Rasheed Martin is back deep from Middle Creek. Oh, and it's a low snap, and it's below. And it's below his feet, and he's able to get it off, as nobody from Middle Creek really realized it was on the ground until it was really too late. So Grant was able to get it off, but it was not as good of a punt as he would have liked, and it's going to be. And so Middle Creek is going to take over right at midfield. So Middle Creek's going to have a decent starting field position here with 5:15 left in the first half. And the Middle Creek offense looked in a better rhythm last drive, but they ended up turning it over on downs. As Harrison Ryder and Sean Horton line up, and Tyron Belcher line up to Ely's right, Dre Jones to his left. And Ely breaks two tackles on a rush, and he just throws a pass that was over the head of intended for Sean Horton. So that's going to be incomplete. So that's going to be intended. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. That was fortunate for Middle Creek there that Ely was not taken down for a sack by either the Heritage rushers who got through the offensive line, which has had its struggles tonight. But nonetheless, even though the offensive line's had its struggles, we are still at a 14-0 game. As Ely motions Dre Jones to his right. Ely steps back and is taken down in the pocket. And we're going to have 2 flags thrown, as Ely is going to be dropped at the Middle Creek 45-yard line. But we're going to have 2 flags thrown in the linebacker area of Heritage. And judging by the body language of one of the Heritage defenders, I'm going to guess it's on Heritage, as the body language did not look happy. He did not look happy with that, or he was not happy with what was called on Middle Creek. As we get the call from the ref right here. As we will get the call. So we're waiting for the call as now to refs to us. And the call is, looks like he's coming over to explain to head coach Randy Ragland what the call was. It's going to be holding on the defense, so that's going to be holding. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So that's going to move Middle Creek all the way up to the. That's going to move Middle Creek all the way up to the 40-yard line, as the original line of scrimmage was the 50, and they need to get to the 40-yard line for a first down. So looks like they are going to. Are they going to get? Looks like. I would assume they're going to give Middle Creek a first down here. So Middle Creek's going to have a fresh set of downs from the 40-yard line of Heritage. As the line crew is now ready. As the refs give the all clear. Ely steps back, looks. He fires, and he has his man. He has his man, Jordan Mitchell. Jordan Mitchell at the Middle Creek, looks like Heritage 26-yard line. So that's going to be enough for a first down. So that's going to bring up another first. So that's going to be another first down for Middle Creek with 4:39 left in the first half. Heritage leading 14-0. Middle Creek looking to get in the end zone for the first time tonight and make it a one-score game before halftime. As we're going to have a quick timeout by Heritage. So with Heritage leading 14-0, we'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back after a quick Heritage timeout. As we're back with 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first half. Heritage leading 14-0, and Middle Creek has a 1st and 10 from the Heritage 27-yard line. As the players are ready, and the ref gives the all clear, so Middle Creek can now commence its play. As Ely steps back, he scrambles up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after about a looks like 2-yard gain to the looks like going to be about a 2-yard gain to the looks like he's going to pick up 1 yard to the middle, so he's going to pick up 1 yard to the Heritage 26, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Bring up 2nd and 9 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. 2 receivers to his left and right. Jones to his right. Getting the play call from the sideline. And we're going to have a timeout by Middle Creek with Heritage leading 14-0. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Blog as we're back after a Middle Creek timeout with Heritage leading 14-0 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the second half. I mean the first half, not the second half. Not there yet. So that's going to bring up so it's going to be 2nd and 9 from Middle Creek from the Heritage 26. Ely has 2 receivers to both his right and left. Jones to his left. Fake handoff on the jet sweep to fake handoff to Brandon Wilson as Ely takes it up the middle and picks up about he goes from the so he's gonna pick up about he's gonna pick up about I think 8 yards, so it's gonna bring up 3rd and 1 from the Heritage 18 as fake handoff to Brandon Wilson again as Ely is stuffed this time right about the line of scrimmage, but we do have a flag on the far side of the field. We do have a flag on the far side of the field, so we'll wait to see who this is on to determine what down it is and yardage. We're gonna have a legal shift on Middle Creek, so that's gonna push them. So that's gonna push them back about 5 yards to the. It's gonna push them back 5 yards to the Heritage 23-yard line. So that's gonna bring up 3rd and 5 from the Heritage 32 from the Heritage 23-yard line with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first half. Three receivers to Ely's left, one to his right, Sean Horton to his right, Sheedon Martin, Jordan Mitchell to his right, to his left. Quick screen pass to Dre Jones, who just trucks the defender and is brought down right at the Heritage 11-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of 12 for Jones there, as Middle Creek has a 1st and 10 from just outside the red zone. As Middle Creek needs to get to its Heritage's 1-yard line if they want another first down. Handoff, quick pass to his right to Sean Horton, who is pushed out of bounds at the who's going to be pushed out of bounds at the Heritage 5-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of 5 here. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Heritage 5. Mill Creek seemed to have good success tonight on those quick screen passes or rollout passes by Ely. As Ely has 2 receivers to his right and left. Jones to his left. And fake handoff. Ely's going to take it up the middle for a touchdown to make the score 14-6 pending the extra point. Ely's had a lot of success tonight on the read option and jet sweeps. Middle Creek's had a lot of success on that tonight, so that makes the score 14-6 Heritage pending the extra point. As the scoreboard is showing Middle Creek has 7, but they have to kick the extra point as Trevor Kirkland is on to kick the extra point. And the kick is up, and it's good. So that's going to make the score 14-7 Heritage with 2 minutes 53 seconds to go in the first half. So Middle Creek finally gets in the end zone after 2 turnovers and a turnover on downs. Both and all 3 times getting deep into Heritage territory, but just haven't been able to convert till now. And after the first 2 drives for Heritage, in which the defense couldn't stop them, now the defense has played pretty good since has played great since on Heritage's last 2 drives. We'll see what they'll be able to do now that they have had the extended period of rest, as the offense was out there for a good 6-7 minutes. So what's his name? I forgot. Hunter. Sorry. As number, I know the name, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Hunter Holmes is on to kick off. Took me a minute to find the name. I knew the name, just couldn't find it. As he kicks off to, it's going to be taken by number 20. It's going to bounce between the hands of Whit Kane, so that's going to be a touchback for Heritage. So they're going to start at their own 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first half. As Middle Creek was finally able to convert on a offensive situation. So let's see what Heritage's offenses will do after an extended period of rest. We'll see what they will do here. As Holmberg, we're gonna have a flag on the play before it is blown dead right as the play starts. So we're gonna have a false start in Heritage. So that's gonna back them up 5 yards to their own 15. So that's gonna make it 1st and 15 from their own 15. With 2 minutes 52 seconds to go in the first half. So we'll see what Heritage does here as Holmberg went to the sideline to get the play. Now he's back. He's back here. Interesting tonight, we have not seen Drake Thomas at running back yet. As home is Pearson has a big hole up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after about a gain. He's going to be tackled at the Heritage after the gain of 12 to the Heritage. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the Heritage 26. So Heritage Goldberg has two running backs in the backfield with him. He options Pearson out to his right as a slot receiver. He steps back, he throws, and he has his man Stanoisky with a big gain to the 49-yard line. Christian Staracina to the Heritage 49-yard line. Staracina will have to come out for a play as his helmet came off. As number 82, Ryan Moore comes on for Heritage. As number 20, Trey Holloway exited, as he was the back to the left of Goldberg, as Pearson was optioned to the slot. Pearson back to his left. Handoff to Pearson, and he's going to be taken down after about a gain of 3 yards to the Middle Creek 49-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the Middle Creek 49-yard line. Correction, yeah, 2nd and 8 from the Middle Creek 49-yard line. As Heritage lines up with Goldberg lines up with three receivers to his left, one to his right, Pearson to his right. Goldberg steps back, and he has his man Ryan Moore at the 41-yard line for a pickup for a 1st down with 1:11 to go in the first half. It's going to be another 1st down for Heritage. He was tackled by Darnell Jones there, the man who made the interception on the last drive on the 2 drives ago for Heritage. As Starnewski is back out there. Holmberg steps back, looks, and he has his man Holloway at the has his man Grant tackled by Rasheed Martin there. And we're gonna have a timeout here by Heritage. So with Heritage leading 14-7, we'll be right back for the sports block. Welcome back to the Sports Block. As we're back after a quick Heritage timeout with 49.2 seconds to go in the first half. Heritage leading 14-7, and Heritage has a 2nd and 3 from the Middle Creek 32-yard line, trying to make it a 2-score game before halftime. Trying to make it a 2-score game before halftime. As Goldberg, and we're going to have a false start, I believe, here on Heritage, I believe. As everybody seemed to see it. I didn't. Yeah, false start in Heritage, so that's going to back them up to their own. It's going to back them up to the Middle Creek's 37, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 from Middle Creek's 37-yard line with 46.3 seconds to go. And we're going to have a flag thrown. On the sideline, so I would expect this is probably sportsmanlike on one of Heritage coaches or a sideline warning for Heritage. And we're going to have a sideline warning on Heritage, so that's going to back them up. And we're going to let's believe that's going to be a sideline warning for Heritage. So Middle Creek, that's not going to back Heritage up any, but next time it will. As Heritage will have a 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line of Middle Creek. Goldberg drops back the pass, scrambles to his right, takes off running, and he's going to pick up about a yard to the Middle Creek 30. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards to the Middle Creek 34-yard line. They're going to spot it at the Middle Creek 33-yard line, so that means that's going to be a pickup of about 5. Pickup of, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 33-yard line. 42.6 seconds to go in the first half. Heritage taking its time. Goldberg steps back, scrambles to his right, takes off, and he's going to be hit. He's going to be tackled inbounds, so the clock's going to keep running. He's going to be tackled by Tyron Belcher, and that's going to be that's going to bring up a first down, I believe, for Heritage. So that's going to stop the clock. As we have a big huddle over there. As it appears the whole Heritage offense is over there getting the play call. We're going to have another timeout by Heritage. So if Heritage is leading 14-7 with 32.8 seconds to go in the first half, we're going to take a quick timeout. Welcome back to the Sports Blog as we're back after a quick Heritage timeout with Heritage leading 14-7 with 32.8 seconds to go in the first half. As Heritage lines up with 3 receivers out to Holmberg's left and 2 slot receivers to his right. So this is obviously going to be a passing situation here unless it's going to be a quarterback draw here. As Holmberg steps back and he is pressured. And it's going to be a touchdown catch by number 3, Ricky Pearson. No, they're going to call him out of bounds as Goldberg was hit right away by number 58, Lardre Alford from Middle Creek. No, correction, number 52. Number 58. So this is going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for Heritage from its own 29-yard line. Question that was number 59, Ozza Beasley. Goldberg steps back. He fires, and he has his man, Stronowski, at the Middle Creek 18-yard line. So that's going to make up another first down for Heritage. Heritage has no more timeouts to stop the clock, so looks like Heritage is going to spike it here. He's going to spike the ball here to stop the clock. Clock started, so that's going to Heritage spikes the ball with 13.7 seconds to go in the first half. And to stop the clock as Heritage has no more timeouts left, and I don't believe Middle Creek is going to stop the clock for him. So let's see Heritage brings on a couple substitutions. Oh, Heritage is going to attempt the field goal here with 13.7 seconds to go. Wow. I believe they have enough time to run another play. Oh, I'd be careful here. If you're Middle Creek, Drake Thomas is in for Heritage, their linebacker / running back. So I'd be aware of a fake here. So 13.7 seconds ago, we're going to have a field goal attempt by Heritage. And it's going to be no good. So that's going to be it's going to be pushed to the right. So Middle Creek's going to get the ball back with 7.5 seconds left on their own 17-yard line. That's big for that's big for Middle Creek here, as Heritage could have gone up by 10, but no. Now Heritage is barring a pick six or a fumble recovery here. Middle Creek or a bizarre or a crazy touchdown from Middle Creek before the end of the half. Heritage is going to go into the half up 14-7, but Middle Creek still has 7.5 seconds to go. But it appears that they are going to just take a kneel on the play and just let the clock run out, as Middle Creek will get the ball to start the second half. So that missed field goal could give Middle Creek some momentum as they just take a knee. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, Heritage leads 14-7. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. You're watching the Sports Block.
A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives, regardless of your age. It impacts your self-esteem and confidence, as well as your personal, social, and professional relationships. Dr. Jason Gladwell and his teams are passionate about going the extra mile before, during, and after your treatment. It is this attention to service and clinical excellence that will exceed all of your expectations. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offer this to you in comfortable environment unlike any other. Gladwell Orthodontics offers a range of products which include traditional braces and Invisalign clear aligners. You are our number one priority. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics. The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club would like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Ruckus Pizza, located in Cary's Tryon Woods Shopping Center. Join us for great food and good times. Pizza, pasta, and sushi. Our promise to you is great food, always with a side of good times. Check out what all the Ruckus is about and visit them online at ruckuspizza.com. Tonight, if you text Ruckus to 31996, you get a chance to win one of two $50 gift certificates, and every text wins a free 10-inch pizza. Schramm, Tingen & Associates is an independent insurance agency serving the Greater Carolinas, protecting the things you care about most. Contact Schramm, Tingen & Associates for all your insurance needs. We are proud to be part of the Mustang family. Go Creek!
Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field in performance. The Middle Creek Marching Band's first competition is September 30 at Panther Creek High School. Mustang fans, get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. Tonight's winner of the 50-50
And welcome back. So take a look at our some area scores brought to you by Gladwell Orthodontics. And Richmond County is holding with the defending 4A AA state champions Wake Forest. As Wake Forest is only up 14-0. Cary and Fuquay appear to be tied at 0. That's kind of surprising because Fuquay is usually the better team in that. And whoa, Wee County is hammering Holly Springs. So yeah, some interesting scores. So I'm going to throw it over to so you can hear about our sponsor, Gladwell Orthodontics, and we'll be back with the start of the second half. You're watching the Sports Block.
A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives, regardless of your age. It impacts your self-esteem and confidence, as well as your personal, social, and professional relationships. Dr. Jason Gladwell and his teams are passionate about going the extra mile before, during, and after your treatment. It is this attention to service and clinical excellence that will exceed all of your expectations. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offer this to you in comfortable environment unlike any other. Gladwell Orthodontics offers a range of products which include traditional braces and Invisalign clear liners. You are our number one priority. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boston team would like to thank Fairview Baptist Church for providing their presence for the game here.
Yeah. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back for the start of the second half with Heritage leading 14-7. With 14-7. Sorry, I'm pretty used to Middle Creek leading, but that makes it for a more interesting game. So if you're enjoying our broadcast tonight and you would like to join Sports Block, our first meeting of the school year, which would be the best time to come and learn about more information and join, is September 6th after school. So if you want to join, mark that date down. So once again, September 6th, first Sports Block meeting. If you want to join, be there. So as Ben Steele for Heritage gets ready to kick this off to either Rasheed Martin or Brandon Wilson. And we should be in for a good second half with these teams locked, as these teams have been locked in a tight battle, 14-7. As Heritage scored a touchdown on its first two drives but haven't scored since, so should be interesting to see how this ends up. As the kick is off, and it's going to be into the end zone for a touchback. So Middle Creek will take over at its own 20-yard line to start the third quarter. And just kind of a recap of the first half, as I mentioned a little bit before. Heritage scored on its first two drives, and then Middle Creek's defense has played better after that with the next two drives. Middle Creek got an interception and then forced a free and out. And then Heritage, right before the half, missed a field goal, which could be a big momentum swing in this game. As Ely lines up with three receivers to his right, one to his left, Jones to his left. Ely steps back, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage by, I believe, number 44, Joe Kane, the senior who's committed to Virginia Tech. And that's why he's committed to Virginia Tech, as he rushes the passer and knocks stuff down, which is pretty good. Once again, lines up with three receivers to his right, Jones to his left, receiver to his left. Ely drops back, quick screen to Jones, and he just drops it. Jones just goes right through Jones' hands, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 from the Middle Creek 20-yard line with 11:54 left in the third quarter. And looks like Middle Creek's going to line up in the same formation for a third straight time. So I don't know. Maybe play callers going with third time's the charm motto. We'll see. Heritage only has one deep back safety on the right of the field, as Heritage appears to be blitzing or trying to time the snap count. With number 44, Ely steps back, fires, and he has his man. Harrison Ryder, who just drags defenders to the Middle Creek 35-yard line for a pickup of 15. And that's gonna be a first down for Middle Creek. Great job there by Ely of getting the pass off quickly to Ryder, and then Ryder just did the rest and got the first down. That was a good pass for Ely, as you might say, an easy pass, but he threw a pick six on a pass like that last week, so good to see that he was able to connect with a receiver as he hands off to Jones on this play, and Jones is just stuffed at the line of scrimmage by number 38, by number 32, Drake Thomas, and by Drake Thomas and number 58, Brady Alls. So that will be a loss of 1, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 34-yard line of Middle Creek. They need to get to the 45 for a first down, as they lines up with a trip set to his left, one slot receiver, two outside receivers. As Drake is number 7. Oh, and that pass is just going to be short, as number 7, Kyle Barnetti, senior linebacker, got in with the pressure, which I think affected the throw a little bit, but receiver still should have had that ball. It was intended for Brandon Wilson. Brandon Wilson should have caught that. But nonetheless, it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 from the 34-yard line with 10:49 to go in the game. In the third quarter, not the game. Ely steps back, pressured, trying to run around, and he's just going to be sacked by number 50. He's gonna be taken down. He's gonna be tackled by Randy Davis, who I believe also forced a fumble. Middle Creek fell on it, and after the play, kind of Drake Thomas just came in and decided to jump over the pile for some reason. Not really sure why, but he does him. So Middle Creek's gonna send on the punt team. Trevor Kirkland's gonna be on the punt this kick, as he had one punt inside the 20 last week, including a long of 41, and he had 97 punt yards total on 2 attempts. So let's see. And number 1 for Heritage, Joseph Balantelli almost got in it, and number 11 for Delvin Grant just kind of ran up and grabbed that and just kind of got a good, I'd say, 10 yards on the return. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Heritage from the Middle Creek's 48-yard line. As you can see, there's still some smoke on the field, kind of drifting around from the fireworks we had at halftime. As Heritage comes out for its first offensive drive of the second half. Holmberg has Drake Thomas and Ricky Pearson in the backfield. I assume this is going to go to Drake Thomas. Nope, it's going to go to Pearson. And Pearson jumps out to his right, and he's just breaking tackles, just dragging people with him. He's going to be down at the Middle Creek 25-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of about 30 yards there, just under 30 yards. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 25-yard line. Heritage leading 14-7. Number 22, Whit Kane out to Gomberg's left. Hand off to Pearson again. Pearson just pushes the pile up, and he's going to be tackled at the 19-yard line for a gain of... No, he's going to be tackled right at the 20-yard line for a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Middle Creek 20-yard line. It'll be pretty big here if Heritage can go up by 2 scores here, especially after that missed field goal right before half, as that could come back big for Heritage later in the game should Middle Creek tie it up or take the lead later in the game. As this is just going to be a pitch to Ricky Pearson, and he loses the ball. I think it was forced out by Joey Maya, and I believe Heritage is going to. It's going to be a 1-yard loss on the play, and Heritage is going to recover the fumble. So this is going to not move Heritage back to the 21-yard line of Middle Creek and bring up a 3rd and 6 from. Oh, correction! It's going to be more than a 1-yard loss. It's going to be a loss. It's going to be a loss of 4 and push Middle Creek back. Heritage back to Middle Creek's 29-yard line. As we got more out to the left. Holmberg looks. He fires. He has his man Starnowski, and he just kind of runs through the defenders. Nobody seemed to touch him until he got to inside the 5-yard line. So he's going to be down at the 4-yard line of Middle Creek. So that's going to be 1st and goal for Heritage from the 4-yard line of Middle Creek. So Heritage needs 4 yards. Needs 4 yards. Drake Thomas and Ricky Pearson both in the backfield. I would expect to see it handed. No, it's going to be handed to Pearson. No, Holmberg steps back and he just tosses it to the back of the end zone, intended for Drake Thomas, but it's just going to be over his head. I think that was a throwaway all day long, so he did not take a loss in the play. But there is a flag on the play, so there's a flag on the play. So let's see if who this is on. We're going to have an eligible receiver downfield on Heritage, so that's going to push him back 5 yards to the Middle Creek 9-yard line. So that's going to bring up 1st and 9, or 1st and goal from the Middle Creek 9-yard line. So Heritage is going backwards as number 22 and 31. 22, Whit Kane, and 31, Robert Lewis, both come in. Robert Lewis is a DB, so I assume he's coming in to block. Number Delvin Grant out to his right. Number 20, Whit Kane to his left. Pearson to his left. Correction, got a receiver that ran on the last second. Number 4, and that's going to be a touchdown for number 11, Delvin Grant. I believe that's his second touchdown of the game. So that's going to make the score 20-7 Heritage, with 8:07 left to go, pending the extra point. As Ben Steele will come on to attempt the extra point, trying to make it a 2-score game. As the Middle Creek offense looks to go back out and get a score to make this a 1-score game. And he pushed it right last time he kicked. And this is going to be, it's going to be blocked. It's going to be partially blocked, and it's going to be no good. So Heritage misses the extra point. I believe it was partially blocked. So that's going to make the score. The score is going to stay at 20-7 with 8:07 left in the third quarter. That could be big come the end of the game. Should Middle Creek score 2? Should Heritage remain scoreless the rest of the game and Middle Creek score 2 touchdowns and they just get both the extra points, Middle Creek would go up by 1. So on Heritage's last 2 drives, they've left 4 points out on the field, which could be significant come the end of this game, as Middle Creek only needs 2 touchdowns to take the lead. As if they were converted that extra point in field goal, Heritage would be up 24-7 instead of 20-7, which would mean Middle Creek would have to score 3 times to tie, or 2 touchdowns and field goal to tie, or 3 touchdowns to take the lead. So Ben Steele will come on to attempt for the kickoff, as you'll kick it off to either Rashid Martin or Brandon Wilson, and see he's had 2 touchbacks tonight, and he's had 1 kickoff, and he has 1 that's been taken. So let's see what he does here. We'll see if he can, for Heritage, I'm assuming Heritage is hoping he can get a touchback, as both Brandon Wilson and Rashid Martin are both explosive players. And the kick is off, and it's going to be fielded by Wilson right at the 1-yard line. He takes it, and he's almost chased down. He breaks through, and he's going to return this. He's going to return it all the way to the Middle Creek 36-yard line. He was almost chased down by David Weeks, the free safety junior. He was almost chased down, but he was unable to get Wilson as he made his turn. So let's see what the Middle Creek offense can do, as Wilson is out to the right. Harrison and Ryder's out to the left. Jones is to Ely's left. I believe Jordan Mitchell and Kyle Woodward are also out to the left. Ely pump fakes, takes off, scrambles, and he's going to be taken down by Joe Kane after a gain of 1 to the 39-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from Middle Creek's own 39-yard line with 7:40 to go in the third quarter. So with clock ticking, 2 receivers to both his left and right. Jones to his left. Ely steps back. Ely steps up in the pocket, spins, moves off. Gets it out to Jones, who catches it and then is whacked right away by Drake Thomas. Who, watching his highlight tape last year, he can lay some hits. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for Middle Creek from their own 41-yard line, with just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ely's getting the play call from the sideline. And we're going to have a timeout by Middle Creek here. So with 6:44 remaining in the third quarter, Heritage leads 27. You're watching the Sports Block. and welcome back to the Sports Bike, guys. We're back after a quick Middle Creek timeout before they attempt their 3rd and 7 from their own 41-yard line, down 20-7, with 6:44 left in the third quarter. So, triple stack to his right. Ely scrambles to his left, and he passes it, and it's just going to be low, intended for Brandon Wilson. Brandon Wilson probably should have ran up to catch that instead of just stay and wait for the ball. But, so that's going to be incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7 from the 41-yard line, as Kirkland will come on to punt from Middle Creek with 6:40 to go in the third quarter. If I'm Heritage here, I'd be aware of a fake, because right now Middle Creek's offense has nothing going for it. So if I were Heritage, I'd be aware. I'd be aware of a fake punt to get some momentum. As Kirkland kicks it away, as Joseph Balotelli almost gets to it again. And that's gonna bounce out of bounds right about the. Looks like it's gonna bounce out of bounds at the Heritage 32-yard line. So Heritage is gonna take over at its own 32, up 20-7. If Heritage were to score a touchdown here, I would expect them to go for 2, just because I think their head coach would want a 28-7 lead. Head coach Dwayne Washington would want, as Pearson takes the handoff and is just kind of stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to stop right at the line of scrimmage for about a yard gain. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 33-yard line. Middle Creek playing in looks like they're playing with a one deep safety. Deep safety is number 7, Jay Caputo, had himself a game last week. Starnewski is motioned over to the left slot. As Goldberg steps back and he throws it deep, and he has his man Delvin Grant for a touchdown. Delvin Grant beat number 6. Beat number 8 Tylen Belcher on that play, and that's going to make the score 26-7 Heritage, pending the extra point, 2-point conversion. We do have a flag on the play. And that throw right there is what I was talking about, as Delvin Grant had his man beat, and as I mentioned earlier, Hunter Goldberg is committed to Duke, so he's not going to miss many of those throws, especially if he's an ACC caliber quarterback. As looks like Heritage is just going to attempt the extra point, as Ben Steele comes on to attempt it. His last 2 kicks have been no good. And this kick is going to be straight down the middle to make the score 27-7. To make the score 27-7. Heritage with 43 to go in the third quarter. So this is a danger zone for here from Middle Creek. They need to get a score on this drive and a stop, because you don't want to go down. You need to get a score soon, because eventually with the way Heritage has been running the ball with Pearson, and you got to think Drake Thomas is going to get some carries eventually, as he was kind of their short yardage kind of pounded in back last year, and then Hunter Goldberg, who has shown he can Gunnar Holmberg, I don't know why I call him Hunter, has shown that he can scramble. So Middle Creek needs to kind of put the pressure on sooner than later, because eventually, with the way Heritage is running the ball, you're not gonna have much time to come back in the game. So this is a big offensive series from Middle Creek here.
At the half, Newbury 21 carries 6.
As Ben Steele gets ready to kick this off to either Rasheed Martin or Brandon Wilson. Has Bloomberg as Steele gets ready to kick off. Steele gets ready. He's waiting. Now. And the kick is off. Kind of a high, short kick. Fielded by Rasheed Martin. But fielded by Rasheed Martin, he's through. He's going to be taken down. He's going to kind of be knocked down by number 25, Quest Palch for Heritage. So Middle Creek's going to start its second drive of the half at their own 38, down 28-7. As it looks like Heritage jumped early. Ely steps back, runs up as the pocket collapses, and he is taken down by number 50. He's taken down by number 50, Randy Davis. So that's going to be a gain of about 1 to make it 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. As Jones is to Ely's left, he has 3 receivers to his right. To his left. Jones to his right. Receiver to his right. Jones steps back, looks, fires, and he has Brandon Wilson for a first down. He has a Brandon Wilson for a first down at the 49-yard line. So that's gonna be a first down for Middle Creek. Good catch there by Wilson to get open. Oh no, it's gonna be a 2nd and 1 situation. No, they're gonna give him the first down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Middle Creek 49-yard line. He steps back. He hands off to Jones. Jones just breaks through some defenders. He just rolls through defenders, and that's going to be a gain of about, looks like 9 to the Heritage 40. To the Heritage 40. And we're going to have they're going to give him the first down, so we're going to have a quick injury timeout. We'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back after we had a short injury delay, and the injured player for Heritage was number 44, Joe Kane, which if he can't come back in this game, that'd be huge for Heritage, as obviously he's committed to Virginia Tech, so he's obviously pretty good, because you're not going to get recruited by Virginia Tech if you're not good. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from Middle Creek from the Heritage 41-yard line. The Heritage 41-yard line. Middle Creek down 27-7. And Ely steps back, looks, pocket collapses, and he just jumps it off to Jones, who jukes out of 1 tackle, and he's going to be taken down at the Heritage 34-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about, looks about 7. It's going to be a gain of 7 there on the play. So Middle Creek can have a 2nd and 3 from its 34-yard line. Ely sets back, quick screen pass out to Jones. Jones just rolls over a defender and gets over the defender, and there's going to be a flag thrown on. It's going to be a flag thrown, I believe, on Dre Jones for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Dre Jones is not happy with his teammates. It's number 29. It's number 29 or 28. Calvion Moore came in and said something to him, and now he's taken out of the game. So that's going to push Middle Creek back 15 yards. So now Calvion Moore is going to come in as a running back.
Personal foul on the Mustangs.
It's going to be actually it's going to be a personal foul. As it looks like he kind of tripped Drake Thomas as Drake Thomas came in to get a tackle, but kind of stuck his foot out intentionally. So this is going to be a first and. So this is going to be a first and 10 from the Middle Creek from the Heritage 39-yard line. So now Jones is talking to one of his position coaches. Ely gets to play from the sideline. Now, number 9. Now, Kyra Woodward comes off for number 13, Hunter Holmes. As Hunter Holmes and Brandon Wilson are to Ely's right. Rashid Martin and Jordan Mitchell to his left. Calvion Moore to his right. Ely steps back, steps up, takes off, and he's going to be tackled by he's going to be tackled by Drake Thomas after a gain of about 5-6 to the Heritage 33-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the Heritage 33-yard line. Decent drive going here from Middle Creek. Be interesting to see if Calvion Moore gets a carry here. Low snap, Ely quick pass out to his right to Brandon Wilson, and that's going to be a first down. So that's going to be a first down to the Heritage. Looks like to the Heritage 25-yard line or 26, 24, right in there, 25-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Heritage 25-yard line. A score here would be big for Middle Creek. And Ely's getting the play from the sideline, trying not to rush. And we're going to have a flag thrown, so looks like we're going to have a false start on the offense. I believe I think it might have been the center, Carson Ludwig. So that's going to push Middle Creek back to the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st and 15 from Heritage's 30-yard line. With 2:15 remaining in the third quarter, down by 20. Ely steps back, fires, and it's just over the head. It's just over the head of Brandon Wilson, and Brandon Wilson is not happy that he didn't catch that. So, Holmes in the slot to the right, Wilson on the outside, Rashid Martin and Jordan Mitchell out to the left. Ely steps back, looks quick pass, slant pass across the middle to Brandon Wilson, who's going to pick up the first down, but he's going to stay in bounds, so the clock's going to keep running. So that's going to be a first down at the Heritage 12-yard line. We're going to have an injured player on the play, so we're going to be right back for the sports block. welcome back to the Sports Block. After we had a quick injury delay, the injured player there for Heritage was Jadion Williams, the senior defensive back. It appeared as he was cramping up, as he was kind of athletic trainers for Heritage stretched him out a little bit, and then he was able to walk off under his own power, which is always good. So Middle Creek has a first down from the Heritage 12. Needs to get to the Heritage 2 for a first down. Ely steps back, hands off to Moore. And he's just gonna be swamped right at the line of scrimmage, and that's gonna be a second. No, correction, that was Drake Jones on the carry, and that's gonna be a second and. So that's gonna be, looks like he's not gonna pick up any yards, so it's gonna remain second and 10 from the Heritage 12-yard line with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ely, low snap, rolls out to his right. He has Rasheed Martin. Rasheed Martin's in for the touchdown to make the score 27-13, pending the extra point. That's a big score from Middle Creek there. It was a big score from Middle Creek. So now Trevor Kirkland will come on to attempt the extra point. New attempt to make it 27-14, make it a 13-point game. And the kick, low snap, and the kick is no good. Oh, it's good, so that's going to make it 27-14. So now Middle Creek only needs 2 touchdowns to take the lead. 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to take the lead. So now it's the defense's turn to make a stop. So Heritage will get the ball back with a minute 30 to go in the third quarter. On the last 2 drives, Heritage was able to score. Heritage drove all the way down on its first drive of the quarter and scored. And then their second drive, there was a big touchdown pass to Delvin Grant, who beat Tyron Bleacher, who got beat on the coverage. So with a minute 30 to go in the third quarter, a stop here from Middle Creek would be big. Like, it would go a huge way in helping Middle Creek come back in this game. So Kirkland on to, Hunter Holmes on to kick it off for Middle Creek to attempt the kickoffs. Interesting that Holmes is doing the kickoffs from Middle Creek, as Kirkland is the extra point and field goal man, but he seems to, he struggled last week on kickoffs, so it seems Holmes will be the place kicker for kickoffs from at least here on out, it appears, and Kirkland will do punting and field goal and extra point duties. As Holmes kicks it off to Whitkane. Whitkane feels it at the 1-yard line, looks, and he's going to be dropped right at the 20. So same as a touchback. The Heritage is going to start a drive with the quarter at its own 20-yard line. So same as a touchback. Only difference is it wasted some more. It took some seconds off the clock, which could be big come later in this game. So minute 24, Heritage will start its drive. Holmberg. Holmberg, Thomas, and Pearson all in the backfield. A D1 backfield right there. Power 5 backfield right there. As its handoff goes to Pearson, there is a flag thrown, and Pearson, and there's 2 flags thrown, one kind of back near the handoff and one kind of around the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what the call is here. See if the refs saw the same thing or if there was 2 different penalties committed on the play. I have a false start on Heritage. I believe we're going to have a offsides on Heritage. And so that's gonna move Heritage back to its own 16-yard line. So it's gonna have a 1st and 15 from its own 16-yard line. This Heritage line is Gunberg. Passes deep and it's broken up by number 30. It's broken up by number 37, Kai Paxton from Middle Creek, and the pass was intended from Holmberg. It was intended for number 82, Moore. He now is kind of limping gingerly off the field as he probably came down wrong. So Heritage will wait for him to get off the field before they snap the ball, as it would be an offsides. Now we're set to go. Heritage will have a 2nd and 15 from 16. Drake Thomas in front of Ricky Pearson. Handoff goes to Ricky Pearson, and Ricky Pearson will scoot up to the 19-yard line. So pick up a free on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for 3rd and 12 for Heritage from its own 19-yard line, as we're under 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. So 3rd and 11 from its own 19. And Heritage has to run one more play, as the play clock is about 3 seconds faster than the game clock. It's a big moment here, as Holmberg steps back and he scrambles, and he's going to be tackled. He's going to be tackled for a loss of 1. He's going to be sacked for a 1 yard. He's going to be taken down for a 1 yard loss. So that's going to bring up 4th and 12 when we come back. It's going to bring up 4th and 12 from the Heritage 18-yard line. So with Heritage leading 27-14, we're going to take a quick break as the 3rd quarter has ended with Heritage leading 27-14. You're watching the Sports Block.
The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club would like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Ruckus Pizza, located in Cary's Tryon Woods Shopping Center. Join us for great food and good times. Pizza, pasta, and sushi. Our promise to you is great food, always with a side of good times. Check out what all the Ruckus is about and visit them online at ruckuspizza.com. Tonight, if you text Ruckus to 31996, you get a chance to win one of 2 $50 gift certificates, and every text wins a free 10-inch pizza. The Performance Academy, another proud Mustang supporter, is located in Apex and home of the former Middle Creek athletic trainer, Bill Burniston. If you're interested in improving your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, or strength, let the Performance Academy help you reach your potential. The Performance Academy. Work hard, be great.
And welcome back to this Sports Block. As we're here at the start of the 4th quarter, Heritage will punt, as the punt is off, and it's going to be, and Brandon Wilson is just going to let it sit right at the 44-yard line of Middle Creek. Punt was by number 17, Jadion Williams for Heritage. So Middle Creek will have its first drive of the 1st quarter with it scoring on its last drive of the 3rd quarter. So we have 11 minutes and 51 seconds to go in this game. Middle Creek needs 13 points to tie, 14 to take the lead. As Ely steps back, hands off to Moore, and Ely has it. Fake handoff to Moore, and Ely's going to pick up about, looks like 9 yards on the play to make it 2nd and 1 from the Heritage 47-yard line. Hand off to Moore. No, Ely takes it, and he's going to get a first, and he's going to He's going to scramble for about a 3-yard gain to get just enough to get the first down. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Heritage 45-yard line. Middle Creek needs to get to the Heritage 35-yard line to get a first down from 11 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the game. Ely drops back, rolls to his right. He breaks out of a tackle by Joe Kane, and he just throws it downfield, and it's caught by Brandon. It's caught, and it's caught by Tyron Belcher, and that's going to be a big first down. Ely just scrambled to his right and kind of held the ball as long as he could, and then was able to fire it downfield to get a first down. Able to get a first down on the play. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Heritage 26-yard line. Good job there by Ely. As Ely, one receiver to his left, three to his right. Ely steps back. He's blocked back, and he just throws it away. And it's almost picked off by number 22, Whit Kane, I believe. No, correction. Almost picked off by Donovan Mudrow for Heritage, as Ely just kind of had to throw the ball away as the O-line just kind of got pushed back by Heritage's D-line, and Ely just had to throw the ball away. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line with 10:44 to go in the game. With 10:44 to go in the game. Ely steps back, looks, fires, has Jordan Mitchell. Jordan Mitchell breaks the tackle, and he stays in bounds. After the horse collar stays in bounds, and he's going to score to make the score the 27-20, pending the extra point. Wow, what balance there by Jordan Mitchell to stay in bounds after the horse collar tackle. Looks like a horse collar tackle. And we do have an injured Heritage player on the field, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout as we have an injured Heritage player. So with Middle Heritage leading 20-7, we're going to take a quick injury timeout. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block, as we're back after a quick injury timeout, as the injured player on the play was number 74, Ryan Tudor for Heritage. While we have a quick moment, I'm going to mention it again. If you want to join the Sports Block, come to the first meeting of the year, September 6th, after school. So that's the first Sports Block meeting. So if you want to join, be at that meeting. Listen to the announcements to hear which room we'll be in. As Trevor Kirkland is on to attempt the extra point to try to make it 27-21 with 10:34 to go in the game. As Trevor Kirkland gets ready for the kick, the ref's holding it up as Ryan Tudor is now just getting off as he had to limp off. Probably a cramp or a hamstring injury. I think it's a hamstring injury. As Trevor Kirkland. And the kick is up, and it is Good. So that makes the score 27-21 with 10:34 remaining in the game, which is pretty big. So now Middle Creek, should Middle Creek get a stop on its next drive, should Middle Creek prevent Heritage from getting any points on its next offensive possession, Middle Creek would only need a touchdown and extra point to take the lead in this game, to take the lead for the first time in this game. As Middle Creek has battled back after being down 14-0 to make it 14-7 at halftime, and then being down 27-7, now making it 27-21. Middle Creek has kept itself alive in this game, which is probably worrisome to Dwayne Washington, the head coach of Heritage, because time and time again you always see in games where one team is better, but you just let the other team stay around, and time and time again it ends up costing the better team as they just couldn't put it away. So it'll be interesting to see if Heritage can put this away, or if Middle Creek will or if Heritage letting Middle Creek hang around enables Middle Creek to win this game. We shall find out in the next 10 minutes and 34 seconds of play. As Hunter Holmes is on to kick it off. So Holmes ready to kick it off to, now we have Ricky Pearson and Delvin Grant back, as Whit Kane had normally been back there, but now Hunter Holmes will kick it off. Oh, and just a squib kick. It's going to be fielded. Oh, and it's going to go out of bounds. And good play there by number 10, Braden Holt, to let it go out of bounds. So Heritage is going to have good starting field position. I believe they're going to start at their own 35-yard line. As the rest saying it rolled out right at the 25-yard line. So they will spot this at the 35-yard line. So Heritage will start its second drive, its first full drive of the fourth quarter at its own 35-yard line. So we'll have a first and 10 from its own 35-yard line, up 27-21 with 10:33 remaining in the game. This is a big offensive. This is a big series for both teams here, as a stop by Middle Creek. As a quick stop by Middle Creek could give the Middle Creek offense back the ball, with it having all the momentum right now, and Heritage's defense appearing to be gassed, or Heritage could go a long way in helping. As the handoff goes to number 20, Troy Holloway, and he picks up about, looks like 3 yards on the play to the 37-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of 2 to the pickup of 1. Pickup of 3 to the 38-yard line. So Heritage has a 2nd and 7 from its own 38. Home 38. 2 receivers to both Holmberg's right and left. Holmberg steps back, passes deep, and he had his man, Delvin Grant, but he just dropped it. He just dropped it. That could have been a huge play there by Heritage, but now it's going to be 3rd and 7. And I believe that was number by Sherrod Ray, and had fell down on the play, but Delvin Grant was unable to bring in the ball. So this is going to bring a 3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line. This is a huge 3rd down for Middle Creek here. This is a huge timeout. It's a huge timeout, huge 3rd down. And the pass is, it's going to be caught by number 81, Sarcina, to the just enough to get the first down. So that's going to be a pickup of 11, just enough to get the first down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Heritage 47-yard line for Heritage. Sarcina and Braden Holt line up to the right, along with, it appears, Whit Kane. Handoff to Pearson. Pearson just kind of runs into the pile and picks up, looks like 5 yards to the Middle Creek. 46.5 yard line. So it's going to be that's going to bring up and 4 from the 48-yard line. It's spotted literally right between the 47 and 48-yard line. So that's going to be about 2nd and 4 for Heritage here. Heritage trying to score and burn a lot of time off the clock. And the handoff goes to Pearson. Pearson has a big hole to his right, and he's finally brought down by number 2, Joey Maya, who's hurt. Oh, we have 2 injured players on the. We have another injured player on the field, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout. Heritage leads 21-7. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block. After a quick injury timeout, the injured player from Middle Creek was Hunter Weinberg, so Heritage is going to have a 1st and 10 from from Middle Creek's 36-yard line, leading 27-21 with 8:30 left in the game. Pearson to Holmberg's left, correction. Charnewski motions to the left. Nobody's covering him. Have a wide open guy on the and they hand it off to Pearson, and he's just going to be stuffed right at the line. He's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, and there's going to be a flag thrown. There's going to be a flag thrown here, so it's going to be a flag thrown here, but the question is, who's it on? Who is it on? It's going to be a personal foul on Middle Creek, so this is going to give Heritage a 1st down. It's going to be a personal foul on Middle Creek. I believe it's on. I'm not sure who it's on. It was on somebody in that pile. There was a little scrum in that pile. As Heritage moves. And that's going to move the ball up all the way to the Middle Creek 22-yard line. So that's going to bring up that's going to give Heritage a 1st and 10 from its Middle Creek's 22-yard line, up 27-21. A score here would be huge for Heritage, as they would go up at least 34-21 at least, depending on what happens. They could go. They would go up at least 33-21 at least, potentially 34-21 or 35-21, depending on what happens on the extra point. Whit Kane motions to the right, hand off to Pearson. Pearson just has a big hole and just muscles through a couple of defenders, and he's going to have enough for a first. Nope, he's going to be just short of the. He's going to be just short of the 1st down after a 9-yard pickup there on the run. So he's going to have that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 from the Middle Creek 12-yard line. No, correction. It's going to be 2nd and 1 from the Middle Creek 12-yard line. Just over 7 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the game. One receiver to Holmberg's right, two to his left, Pearson to his left. Whit Kane motions to the right. And the handoff goes to Pearson up the middle, and he just moves the pile to the to the Middle Creek 5-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. So that's going to give Heritage first and goal at the Middle Creek 5-yard line with just under 7 minutes to go in the game. Let's see what happens here. As Holmberg seems to go to the sideline and come back to get the play. Goes to the sideline after each play to get the play. As Arnewski motions out to the left. Lines up out to the left. Devin Grant to the right. Pearson and Thomas in the no, correction. Handoff goes to Pearson, and he's going to have enough for a. And he's going to have enough for a. Looks like they're gonna spot him just short of the. Oh, they're gonna spot him just short of the yard of the goal line. So that's gonna bring up 2nd and 1 from the 1-yard line for 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for Heritage, and it looks like it's inside the 1-yard line. So I think Heritage is gonna go quarterback sneak here with Holmberg, and I was incorrect, and that's gonna be enough for a touchdown. I believe. Yes, that's going to be enough for a touchdown. So that's going to make the score 33-21 Heritage with 5:49 to go pending the extra point. That was a big score for Heritage as Middle Creek their defense seemed to have not been able to stop Middle Creek on the last 2 plays. Last 2 offensive drives. So Steele on the attempted extra point, attempting to make it 34-21 with 5:49 left in the game. And the kick is going to be no good. No good. That's big. So that's going to lead the score at 33-21 Middle Creek. Heritage with 5:49 to go in the game. So now Middle Creek just needs 12 points to tie. So that means should Middle Creek score 2 touchdowns without Heritage scoring any points and Middle Creek misses both the extra points, the game would be tied. So Middle Creek just needs 2 touchdowns and at least 1 extra point to take the lead. So we'll see what the Middle Creek offense can do here. So Heritage leading 33-21. This is a big drive for the Middle Creek offense here, because if Middle Creek doesn't score here on if Middle Creek doesn't score on this drive, they may not have 2 more opportunities to score, depending on how much time they get the ball back. If they get the ball back, if they don't score. Yes, Heritage has done a good job of this game of controlling the clock. As Steele lines up to kick it, as Rasheed Martin and Brendan Wilson are both back to receive the kick. To receive the kickoff. As Steele's kind of moving around looking for where he wants to start out at. And he's ready. And the kickoff is good. And this looks like it's going to go out of bounds. This goes out of bounds. So Middle Creek's going to have a good starting field position. It looks like from where the flag was from, looks like it went out of bounds about the 13-yard line. So I think Middle Creek's going to start around its 35-yard line. So we'll see. So Middle Creek will start with 5:49 to go in the game at its own 35-yard line. So with 5:49 left to go in the game, Heritage up 33-21. Heritage has a 1st and 10 Middle Creek has a 1st and 10 from his own 35-yard line. Ely, quick screen pass out to the right to Jones, who spins, and he's going to be tackled after about a gain of 2. So that's going to bring up about 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line. Ely steps back, looks. He is pressured, and he's going to. Oh, he avoids 2 defenders. Oh, and then the 3rd defender, number 7, Cairo Barnetti, is able to come in and get the sack as Darius Matthews and Joe Kane were unable to get the sack on Ely before, so that's gonna push Middle Creek all the way back to its own 32-yard line. So that's gonna make up a 3rd and 13 from its own 32-yard line. 4 minutes 50 seconds to go in the game. Big 3rd down here. I assume from this point on, from Middle Creek, it's probably gonna be 4 downs no matter what. Ely throws a deep pass to Jordan Mitchell. And he's being chased down, but he's going to score a touchdown. He just burned number 17 Jaden Williams and number 33 David Blackmon. He just burned both of them for the touchdown. So that's going to make the score 33-27, pending the extra point here. So yeah, that was a big 3rd down and a big conversion from Middle Creek there. From Middle Creek, so Trevor Kirkland will come on to attempt the extra point, trying to make it 33-28. And the pick is going to be up, and it's no good. And it's no good, so that's gonna lead the score 33-27. So should Middle Creek get the ball back with the score 33-27, Middle Creek would only need to score a touchdown to tie, and then the extra point to take the lead. So special teams might become a big factor in this game, as Heritage is left 5 points on the field. Now Middle Creek is left 1 point on the field, which that could be pretty big come grand scheme of things. Should those points have ended up counting, should Heritage have not missed those 2 extra points in field goal, they'd have 38. And should Middle Creek have not missed that extra point, they'd have 27. It would be a 38-28 game right now. It would be a 38-28 game right now, not a 33-27 game. So special teams playing a big role in how the rest of this game is going to be called. So as Hunter Holmes will line up to attempt this kick. Will line up to kick this off to either Pearson or Grant. So we shall see. A stop here from Middle Creek would be huge, but I'm assuming Heritage is not going to. And the kickoff is off, and it's going to be fielded by Grant at the 6-yard line. And he's going to be taken down at the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. So with that, Heritage will take over at its own 27-yard line with 4:23 to go. So I expect Heritage on this drive is not, if they step back to throw, it's not going to be a deep pass. It'll probably just be a quick slant pass or screen pass. But I assume there will probably be a good amount of handoffs on this drive, depending on how long it is to Pearson and probably potentially Holloway and Thomas, depending on how long this drive goes and depending on what Heritage wants to call. Holmes takes it himself, and he's going to be stopped right at the 36-yard line. So that's going to bring up about a second and 1. So that's going to be a 2nd and 2 from the 37-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the game. Heritage in absolutely no rush. Play clock down to 19. I would not expect Heritage to snap this until the play clock is under 10. Under 10. Now the play clock snapped it with 6 seconds to go in the play clock. Pearson has it, and he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him, and that's going to be a touchdown for Heritage with 3:35 left in the game to make the score make the score 39-27 with 3:35 left in the game. That was pretty big for Heritage, and that will probably go a long way in helping Heritage win this game. But it's not over yet. But it's going to take a big comeback from Middle Creek to come back in this game. As Drake Thomas just kind of took that handoff on a 2nd and 1 from his own 37 and just kind of busted through the tacklers and broke a tackle and just was off to the races as nobody else was there to catch him. As Ben Steele is on to attempt the kick. Ben Steele is on to attempt the kick. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 40-27 Heritage with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this game. So Middle Creek's offense is going to have to work quick if it wants a chance to come back in this game. So on this drive, it's just going to be no matter what, it's always going to be 4 down. So no matter where they are, they're going to go for a 4th down, because at this point in the game, if you don't score in the way Heritage is running the ball, you can't expect to get the ball back you can't really expect to get the ball back with a lot of time unless Heritage scores. And right now, Heritage seems to know how to get for Middle Creek's defense. So, with 40 minutes, so Ben Steele will come on to attempt this kick. Yeah, so Pearson has had a big night for Heritage of a couple of big runs. That was his first for a long touchdown. And Goldberg has had a good night, for the most part, has had a good game, except for the one interception. He's had in one other potential interception. He's had a pretty good night throwing the ball. As the kickoff is going to go, as it's going to be fielded by Brandon Wilson. Wilson jukes some tacklers, and he's going to be taken down at the Middle Creek 19-yard line. So not great starting field position here from Middle Creek. So Middle Creek will have to go. So we have an injured. No. So Middle Creek's going to have to go 88 yards, and probably, I'm going to say, less than 2 minutes if it wants a chance to come back in this game.
We got hot dogs, 2 for $3.
So
2 for $3, hot dogs.
Middle Creek's probably going to have to go, and we're going to be right back with the sports block.
Signature Family Dentistry, located in Holly Springs, is a comprehensive dental practice that offers a family-friendly office and a variety of services. Cosmetic procedures or general dentistry, we can't wait to help you. Dr. Jennifer Bell and Dr. Angelina Franklin look forward to meeting your family.
And we're back with the sports block, and Ely just had to throw that pass away as he was almost sacked. So that's coming up at 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line, or 3:21 to go in the game. So as I was saying, Middle Creek's going to have to go pretty much 88 yards, and I would say no more than a minute and a half if it wants a good chance to come back in this game and win it, as they will need 3 touchdowns at this point to do it. Ely steps back, and he has his man, Brandon Wilson, who is injured. So we're going to take a – nope. He's able to get up, so no, he's back down. We have 2 injured players, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout. welcome back to the Sports Park after we had a quick injury delay as both teams had an injured player, Brandon Wilson for the Mustangs and Drake Thomas for Heritage. And this Drake Thomas, should he be out for an extended period of time, wouldn't necessarily be a huge loss in the aspect of this game as Heritage is up by 13 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go, and Middle Creek has a 3rd and 12, but going onwards, he's probably their best player on defense, so losing him for an extended period of time would definitely hurt. So Middle Creek has a 3rd and 12 from its own 17-yard line. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the game. Ely steps back, fires, and he almost has he almost had Jordan Mitchell, but it ends up jumping off him, and it's picked off by number 21, Donovan Mudlow. So Heritage is going to take over at Middle Creek's 17-yard line.
By number 21.
So with 2 minutes 56 seconds to go, Heritage is going to get the ball back inside the 20 of Middle Creek, which, oh no, correction, it's going to be spotted right on the 20. So should Heritage score here, I don't want to write off the Mustangs, but should Heritage score here, it'll be tough for Middle Creek to score 20 points in the span of probably 2.5 minutes. So Drake Thomas and handoff goes to Pearson, and Pearson's going to be stuffed after a yard. Is going to be stopped. Is going to be dropped after about a gain of 4 to the 16-yard line of Middle Creek. Nick Fields was also in the backfield with Pearson. As Holmberg gets to play, gets it to his offense. Single receiver to both sides. 2 players in the backfield. Handoff goes to Pearson again. Pearson's gonna just run up the middle, and he's going to be tackled down at the 2-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. And it's going to be holding on the offense, so this play is going to come back and push Heritage back to Middle Creek's 27-yard line. So they're going to have a 2nd and 17 from Middle Creek's 27-yard line of 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. So the clock shall starts again. 2:07, 2:06. Heritage is in no rush here, so Heritage probably will not snap the ball until it's under a minute under a minute 55 to go in the game. As they snap it with a minute 51 on the game clock, and Pearson's going to be is going to be taken down after a gain of 6 to the 17-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout by Middle Creek. So if Heritage leading 40-27 with a minute 46 to go, we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching the Sports Block. And welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back with a minute 46 to go in the game. Heritage leading 40-27 with the ball after a Middle Creek timeout. So looking with this game, so Heritage looking to put this game away with a touchdown, as it would be very hard for Middle Creek to score 14 points in should Heritage not score 13 points in whatever time it gets the ball back. So it's 3rd and 9. So this is a big third down here for Middle Creek and Heritage. So if Heritage can get another first down, they may be able to run out the clock. As Pearson takes it to his left, and he's going to be stopped just short of a first down. So he's going to be stopped right at about the 9-yard line. So with 1:39 to go. Heritage leading 40-27. We're going to have a timeout by Middle Creek, so we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block as we're back after a quick Middle Creek timeout. Heritage has a 4th and 2 from the Middle Creek 12-yard line. Heritage leading 40-27. So, should Heritage get a first down here, they should be able to run out the clock as Middle Creek only has one timeout left. So, should Heritage get a first down, they should be able to run out the clock. And it appears Heritage is going for the first down because they want to run out the clock with 1:39 to go in the game. So, and his handoff goes to Pearson, and Pearson's going to get the first down. He's going to get a touchdown, and that's going to pretty much going to all but seal this game as it makes the score 46-27 pending the extra point with 1:33 to go in the game. So Ben Steele on to attempt the extra point to make it a 20-point game, 47 to trying to make it 47-27. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 47-27. So with this game kind of almost all but over, Middle Creek next week. Middle Creek will be on the road next week at Wake Forest in a rematch of last year's 4AA East Regional Final, in which Wake Forest won it in overtime 20-17 in a very exciting game. And Heritage next week will be at home against a former conference foe, Millbrook, which I would assume would be a pretty good game as both those teams know each other pretty well. And beyond next week from Middle Creek, they'll be at Millbrook the following week, and then home against Panther Creek September 15th. So that will be our next broadcast, September 15th here against Panther Creek, former conference foe Panther Creek. So, but this game technically is not over yet. Middle Creek still potentially could make a comeback if everything breaks their way and they score quickly enough, but they're going to have to score 3 touchdowns in the span of 1:33 to at least tie, if not take the lead. As Ben Steele is ready to kick this game off. And he kicks it off, and it's going to be fielded by Brandon Wilson. Brandon Wilson takes it, and he's going to be tackled at the 26-yard line. So Middle Creek's going to take over at its own 26-yard line with 1:28 to go, down by 20. The score for Heritage 47, Middle Creek 27. So Middle Creek's going to have to score super quick here, get the onside kick, score super quick again, and then get another onside kick. Then score pretty quick again to take the to stage a comeback, all within a minute 28. It's been done before, but be hard. As Ely drops back and throws, and it's just over the head of appears to be Jordan Mitchell, covered by Brandon Wilson there, covered by number 13 for Heritage, Randy Weddle. Wait, no, correction, that's going to be number 12, Gunnar Holm. What? I don't know, I can't read numbers, I'm sorry. The safety was covering. We're just playing as a safety right now. As Ely steps back, looks, he scrambles, and he just dumps it off to Jones, who's just tackled for a loss. There, covered on the last play before this past one was Jaden Williams. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 25, 3rd and 12 from Middle Creek's own 25-yard line with all but basically a minute to go in this game, and Middle Creek does not appear to be going pretty quick, as it appears Middle Creek may have already ridden itself off in this game. As Ely is sacked, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So, and I assume Middle Creek's going to go for it. So, it appears our final score might end up being 47-27. So, kind of little recap of this game was Middle Creek stuck around for a while, but then Heritage kind of took over the game in the 4th quarter. In the second half, kind of in the 4th quarter with interception, and then obviously scoring with a quarterback sneak and a long rushing touchdown by Pearson, as Ely's passes out to Rasheed Martin to his right, and Rasheed Martin's going to be tackled shy of the 1st down, so that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Heritage is only going to have to take a knee to end this game. So Heritage is going to improve to 2-2. Middle Creek's going to drop to 1-1 on the season. Middle Creek hung around for a while, but eventually Heritage kind of just took advantage of mistakes. I think a big turning point in this game. I think going back, Middle Creek's going to look at the turnovers on his first 2 drives, and then turning it over on downs on his 3rd drive of the game, kind of as opportunities they missed, as they got good yards, but just couldn't convert, as Heritage just comes on to take a knee and end this game. So Heritage takes a knee, and the clock's just going to run out. So Heritage will be at home next week against Millbrook, and Middle Creek will be on the road at Wake Forest in a rematch of the 4AA East Regional Final last year, in which Wake Forest came out victorious, and they went on to win the state championship. So with that, Middle Creek loses 47-27. I would expect the coaches to get them ready for a rematch of Wake Forest next week, and I do think this was a good measuring stick for Middle Creek. So with the final score being 47-21, we will be back on September 15th for the Panther Creek game here. Until then, thank you for watching the Sports Block.
The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club would like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Ruckus Pizza, located in Cary's Tryon Woods Shopping Center. Join us for great food and good times. Pizza, pasta, and sushi. Our promise to you is great food, always with a side of good times. Check out what all the Ruckus is about and visit them online at ruckuspizza.com. Tonight, if you text Ruckus to 31996, you get a chance to win one of 2 $50 gift certificates, and every text wins a free 10-inch pizza. The Performance Academy, another proud Mustang supporter, is located in Apex and home of the former Middle Creek athletic trainer, Bill Berniston. If you're interested in improving your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, or strength, let the Performance Academy help you reach your potential. The Performance Academy. Work hard, be great.